Queen Elizabeth II's death dampened any plans for a second independence referendum by First Minister Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP, a royal expert has said. The Queen died at Balmoral, Aberdeenshire, on September 8, before her coffin was taken by hearse through a winding route in eastern Scotland. It passed through Ballater, the closest town to Balmoral, and Aberdeen, before journeying through Perth to Edinburgh. It was taken to the Palace of Holyrood House, with King Charles III leading a procession of the coffin to St Giles Cathedral for a service of thanksgiving. The coffin was later flown to RAF Northolt, before being transported to Buckingham Palace. But the Queen, who was the first monarch to die in Scotland for hundreds of years, arguably reinforced her strong connection to the country and the affection in which she was held, according to royal journalist Victoria Arbiter. Writing in Australian publication 9 Honey, Ms. Arbiter wrote, Nicola Sturgeon, who's consistently drawn a distinction between the Union of the Crowns and the Union of Parliaments, has vowed to retain the monarchy even if Scotland breaks away. Political analysts don't anticipate a referendum in the near future, but they've suggested widespread appreciation for the Queen could temporarily dampen the pro-independence movement. Ms. Sturgeon paid tribute to the late sovereign shortly after news of her death broke. The First Minister described a deep sense of sadness, saying she wished to offer sincere and heartfelt condolences to the King, the Queen Consort and to the entire royal family on behalf of the Scottish nation. She added, throughout her reign she performed her duties with exceptional wisdom, dedication and fidelity. Scotland loved, respected and admired her. And by all accounts, Her Majesty was rarely happier than when she was here in Scotland at her beloved Balmoral, a fact I have been privileged to observe personally. The new king, 73, said his mother had always considered Scotland a haven and a home during an address to the Scottish Parliament. He said, through all the years of her reign, the Queen, like so many generations of our family before her, found in the hills of this land, and in the hearts of its people, a haven and a home. He described the late Queen's, and the new monarch's, greatest admiration for the Scottish people, as well as their magnificent achievements and their indomitable spirit. Ms. Arbiter then described how Scotland's complicated relationship with England and by extension the British monarchy is in some doubt with the throne passing to Charles. She wrote, in light of Scotland's complicated relationship with England and by extension the British monarchy, it remains to be seen if the Carolean age will be granted the same level of respect accorded to the Queen. King Charles visited Dunfermline earlier this week to confer city status on the former town, saying there is no more fitting way to mark the Queen's reign. He told gathered crowds, there could be no more fitting way to mark my beloved mother's extraordinary life of service than by granting this honor to a place made famous by its own long and distinguished history, and by the indispensable role it has played in the life of our country. He added, now, of course, we gather to celebrate this great occasion but also to commemorate the life of Her late Majesty, whose deep love for Scotland was one of the foundations of her life.